see his lips. Oh, he 100% said that. All right, welcome back to the show, everybody. Hope you all are having a good day so far. So, I saw on the 100K celebration video, Danger Productions left a very, very kind comment, and then also followed it up by reminding me that he just released a video titled "What Austin Reaves and LeBron James Really Said to Thunder Refs." And actually, I'm very interested in this because this was right after game 2. And they all just like basically surrounded the refs and they were like pleading to them. And I'm very curious what it's going to be because I did hear JJ's press conference and he was just complaining about the refs and ironically enough saying LeBron James doesn't get any calls, and I almost like crapped my pants and spit out my liquid when I I heard that because okay, right, I don't even want to touch on that one. I want to stay focused on this. That's just the most ridiculous thing I ever heard. That's like saying SGA doesn't get any calls. Like, give me a break. Anyways, real quick before we get into this, I noticed you've got 104,000 subscribers. So I missed it when you hit 100K, man. Congratulations to you. Let me know if you got that silver plaque yet. I can't wait to get mine, and I can't wait to get notified that I can even like register for it. It's gonna be cool. Anyways, guys, let's get to this. If you haven't checked out Legends Productions, the link is going to be down below to his channel. That's going to be down in the description of this video. You also see a list of channel members. Shout out to you guys. I appreciate you all, and I appreciate all the love and support. I'm ready to keep trucking forward here. So, real quick, new channel member Angelo 420. Welcome. You've been a long time supporter of the channel, long time commenter, and an awesome part of the community. Glad to see you in the member section. I appreciate you a lot, you guys. Let's do this. I'm curious.
Recently, Austin Reaves and the entire Lakers team had enough of the referees. There was a lot being said, so let's break it down. With 6 minutes left in the fourth, LeBron tried to score over Caruso, but a double foul was called away from the play. A jump ball was given at center court, but here's when things get interesting. For some reason, AJ Mitchell was standing at the right side of the floor, and you can see Caruso saying, "Move to the other side." Mitchell did just that, but Reaves said he can't move. No violation was called, however, so LeBron let the refs know about it. Ben Taylor just told him to stay where he was at so he could talk to Mitchell.
Wait. Is that a thing where you can't move in that situation? I can't remember anymore. It's been so long since I've heard anything similar to this. Are you stuck in a spot? I thought just the people jumping for the ball were stuck in that spot.
He said, "Where do you want?" Right there. LeBron was pissed that they were letting this slide, and Reaves even tried to move last second. That's when John Goble yelled, "Stop moving."
Well, okay, okay. I see what Reaves is doing. He's like, all right, if you get away with it, I get away with it.
Reaves was caught off guard by the way he talked to him, resulting in this exchange.
Oh, whoa. Wait. See his lips. Oh, he 100% said that. Damn. I did. Yeah. Okay. This is why I watch these videos. I did not see all that. That is crazy. I mean, I don't even know how. I'm gonna keep playing. I'm gonna keep playing this.
I don't think I've ever seen Reaves this animated before, but he wasn't done. After the game was over, he expanded his thoughts and said, "You don't gotta yell right at my face. They were over there for 30 seconds. You didn't say nothing." Meanwhile, LeBron was nodding the entire time since he felt the Thunder were favored. For example, in the second quarter, Jackson Hayes was called for
I mean, here's the deal. For Austin Reaves,
hold on. The Thunder were favored.
Okay, I want to keep it on that image. There's a reason. For Austin Reaves, now him I never see him complain to refs, yell at refs. He's actually very respectful. So I agree. When it comes to Reaves, you don't need to yell at Reaves. That's out of line for a ref. You don't need to treat him that way because he treats you guys good. Now, when it comes to him, this monster is always in your face, yelling at you guys, screaming at you guys, grabbing and pulling you guys, and doing all kinds of stuff he shouldn't be doing. I would understand 100% if the refs yell and shout back at LeBron out of anger because they're only human, right? But I 100% agree with Reaves that, like, yeah, you don't need to talk to me like that. Like, 100%.
For example, in the second quarter...
Yeah, look at that. I mean, come on. He's, like, seriously.
Hayes was called for a foul on this play. LeBron felt like there was barely any contact and said this to Ben Taylor. Now, just
you see how he speaks to them? Very disrespectful, with a lot of anger and almost in a physical threatening manner. So yeah, I would understand that LeBron doesn't get the respect from the refs. However, let me cut through this real quick because it's going to be a short video. It's just so I don't forget. The irony here is not escaping me. This is one of the funniest, but also one of the worst series ever, simply because we got the two teams right now who get the most calls, battling it out together, and Laker fans are criticizing OKC because they get all the calls, and OKC can do the exact same thing back to the Lakers, because guess who got the most free throws that game? This same game they're talking about, Austin Reaves. So it's not like all the calls are going one way. In fact, if I'm a referee right now, with this NBA agenda they're in, I wouldn't know what the hell to do. Who do I blow the whistle for? Because I'm supposed to be like favoring both of these teams. And if you guys don't want to believe that, then you guys got to wake up. I'm sorry. Like, this is literally what's been happening for the last couple of years. Both teams, Lakers and OKC, favorable calls is an understatement.
When you thought things would cool off, Alex Caruso got in the mix. He thought LeBron was complaining too much, and the two exchanged words at the line. Even
Damn.
Aiden felt like the refs were picking and choosing. In the third quarter, he was called for a basket interference on this play, and he was pissed. He told the refs, "That's a pass."
Okay, hold up. Oh, that is a pass. That is a pass. Was it over the cylinder when he catches it? That's not over the cylinder. Wow, I agree with DeAndre Ayton. Never thought I'd say it. He's right.
Interference on this play, and he was pissed. He told the refs, "That's a pass, bro. That's a pass." Then in the fourth quarter, Aiden couldn't believe the refs called this.
That's a foul.
And said this.
Well, you're not allowed to do this. I don't know, and I'm seeing this a lot, especially in this year's playoffs. I'm seeing a lot of two-hand shoving, and I'm not sure why people are getting away with it, and hopefully they're cracking down.
Pass. Then in the
because you're not allowed to do this. I mean, come on. Especially on defense, you're not allowed to like touch them. But you're gonna put two hands on, or you're gonna put a hand on the guy and push. You can't get away with that nowadays.
Pulled this foul and said this.
Hold on. I mean, the thing is, if someone is shooting and you're face to face, dude, even in the 90s, you can't put a hand on him and do that. You could put a forearm if he's backing you up or going on his side, but you can never push a shooter with an open palm like that. So I just don't agree with what he's talking about here. That's called a dumb foul. Like coach would lecture you on that for making a dumb foul like that. You don't touch the shooter, let alone open palm, push him in the chest.
The refs called this foul and said this. Not only that, but in the first quarter, Aiden had another incident with Chet Holmgren. This was definitely a flop.
Yeah, that's a flop, 100%.
Aiden said, "He pulled my arm." The call ended up getting overturned, but JJ Redick wasn't satisfied. LeBron kept getting no calls left and right, so he stood up for him. JJ literally grabbed Jackson Hayes during a timeout and told Ben Taylor, "Call the foul." called a foul. He kept chirping, so a technical foul was given. However, there's a play many believe should have been an ejection. With 10 minutes left in the third,
I mean, the irony is now, like, LeBron is built like Shaquille O'Neal at this point. So that it kind of comes with the territory, especially in the playoffs. You're not going to get these calls usually unless you're SGA right now, unfortunately. But that's because SGA is like a skinny little toothpick. So, you know, he presents as brittle. And every time he gets touched or even like flails around, I think the refs are super sensitive and they blow that damn whistle. Unfortunately, way too much. But like LeBron, when he was like thin and lean, that's one thing. Now he's a monster, dude. I mean, let me see if I can just back up a little bit here.
For him, JJ.
Nope. Screw it. But no, I mean, he's so big now, like Shaq, that like if you guys are old enough to remember watching Shaq play, the guy was getting held, shoved, hit, hacked all the time. It's what it is. And in turn, every movement he would make, just like LeBron, he's hitting somebody hard. This just comes with the size.
Many believe should have been an ejection. With 10 minutes left in the third, Shea tried to get Reaves off him and almost dislocated his elbow. That's
hold on.
Left in the third, Shea tried.
All right. I mean, you're in a danger zone right there. Like this is not smart. What's going on here? Like, your arms should not be through his arms. I don't know if you're trying to hug him from behind or have some private time. Austin Reaves, I'm a big fan, but I don't know what the hell you're trying to accomplish here. That should be a foul in itself. You can't wrap your arms around someone's front like that. Okay, let's see. He's not being held. Okay. Here's the thing. This hand's been free, but he still hasn't pulled it back. Yeah, SGA is definitely locking him in here, which is dangerous, actually. Like, you can dislocate a shoulder like this. Okay, that's bullshit. That's absolute bullshit right there. The thing is that's, oh, man. I feel like that should be a foul on Austin Reaves first. But then if they're gonna miss the call,
with 10 minutes left in the third,
because like right here that should be a foul. But if you're gonna miss that call, everything else after this was all SGA committing a foul.
Tried to get Reaves
because you can't do this.
Almost dislocated.
Yeah, in fact, they need to offer out fines, dish out fines for this kind of stuff. Like SGA is gonna seriously dislocate a shoulder off of this stupid ass move.
His elbow. That's a very dangerous play, so the refs held a review. Shea was in disbelief and said, "What am I supposed to do?" Marc tried to get it.
Not hook him. That's what. So if someone's wrapping around you, raise your arms up, and it'll be very apparent to the refs that Austin is wrapping around you. But by hooking him like that, you're actually putting him in danger.
Explanation from the refs, and this happened.
I'm challenging this one. I'm going to challenge you right now. Yeah, I mean, what are you guys doing up there? We're looking for a flagrant foul. We're trying to be counted out. You got it.
Still, the refs ended up calling a flagrant foul, but Reaves wanted his get back. With 8 minutes left in the fourth, he grabbed Shea and pulled him down.
I don't blame him. Dirty play for a dirty play. This is how it happens. I don't blame him.
Many players were
yeah, I remember this. And LeBron fell right on him.
Shaken up on the floor, but only a common foul was called. I was actually surprised by that, since that's a very common flagrant nowadays.
That is a flagrant. Hold on, let me.
I was called.
Let me be sure.
Surprised by that, since that.
Okay, you went for the ball with the left. That's valid. Are you gonna do anything with the right? Damn. Okay. I'm glad I watched it in slow motion. Because at full speed, that 100% looked like a flagrant to me. But according to the rules, at slow speed, he actually went for the ball. See right in there. Ooh, yeah, he went for the ball and then he grabbed his hand. Oh, man. Yeah, no, that's, I hate to say it, that's a regular foul right there.
Nowadays. Nevertheless, the Thunder ended up coming out with the win and reached.
And I also have to point it out. There's no reason for SGA to flail like this. He could have gone up and through this.
A very common flagrant.
You know what I mean? He's look at him. No one looks like this when they're really going to fall. He's putting on a show. He's putting on a damn show. He could have went up, but then he would have lost the ball and it would have been a turnover. So he needed to sell it.
Nowadays, nevertheless,
he didn't need to fall and tumble.
Thunder ended up coming out with the win, and Reaves explained his interaction with the refs.
I felt like I was respectful to all of them all night. I mean, there's a million times in the past I've said way worse stuff. When we were doing the whole tip ball, when they were switching spots, I wanted to get on the other side because they had a guy on the other side who was just trying to keep an advantage. And he turned around and just yelled in my face. I just thought it was disrespectful the whole time that was going on over there. I don't think he said much to them. I think stepped in and said something. But, you know, at the end of the day, we're grown men, and I just didn't feel like he needed to yell in my face like that. I told him that. I wasn't disrespectful. I told him if I did that to him first, I would have got a tech. I feel like the only reason I didn't get a tech is because he knew he was in the wrong. So, yeah, I felt disrespected.
Definitely one of the most...
I agree with him. I agree with him because he didn't do it first. Like I said, looking at this monster right here, I would totally understand if a ref just pops off on him because enough is enough. You get yelled at for hours straight. Anyone is going to crack eventually. But Austin, I've always seen him being respectful, and he even verifies it there. He didn't do that first. So why am I getting this kind of treatment from you? And the honest truth, it's probably because of, like, I'm not excusing it, like that kind of behavior you shouldn't be doing. But it's honestly, like, the ref was probably just like, at this point, you're getting yelled at by all these NBA players for the entire game. He popped, and he took it out on the wrong person, unfortunately.
Controversial games we've seen this year, so let's see if the refs get any better. And that pretty much concludes the video. What do you guys think of the officiating during this playoff? Do you think it's time to start finding the refs? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. I hope everyone has a great day. Peace out.
Yeah, right back at you, bro. Right back at you. Excuse me. Should the refs get fined? Absolutely. They should also be forced to do press conferences post game. It should be written into their contract, just like players and coaches. Spread the word, you guys. I don't know why this isn't happening. This is such an obvious thing that needs to happen because we get the testimonies from the players and the coaches post game. So in a situation, especially like this, we want to hear what the ref has to say. Hey, why did you act that way? What set you off? We want to be able to hear it, you know? And if they're blowing calls, we want to hear the explanation, you know? And unfortunately, we don't get to do that. I hear that's a thing in EuroLeague basketball now, and that's from you guys through the comments. And I would love it if that's the way in the NBA. The more transparency, the better, in my opinion. And yeah, I would also like to see something in reverse happening, which is every time, I don't care who you are, if you're the MVP SGA or you're LeBron James or Luka Doncic, or I don't care who the hell you are, if you physically charge at a ref and you start yelling in their face, immediate technical foul. And if you do not issue that technical foul, you are being fined as a referee, because this crap has to stop. You know, it has to absolutely stop. Like, watching this playoffs, the worst part about it has been how much dead ball time there is. And it's ironic because Adam Silver is flirting with the idea of shortening the games to 40 minutes instead of 48 because he wants the product to not take as long, the games to not take as long. When ironically, the entire problem is because of the way things are being officiated. Every 5 seconds, there's a stoppage in play. For a fast-paced game like basketball, that is terrible. You know what I mean? And that it's been really unbearable for me to watch. Like, and I don't get me wrong, I'm watching a ton of these playoff games, but it's been really, really challenging to do so because every time I get into the action, oh, there's a foul, you know, or a whistle, and then now we got to wait for things to clean up because there's 3 players yelling in the face of a referee. All right, that's gonna take 30 seconds. All right, after that, Now we got the official call. All right, 2 free throws. Get on the line. More complaining. Within about 4 minutes, we might get past those freaking free throws and then back into the game. 15 seconds later, foul. Review. Go to commercial break. 3 minutes later, okay, the review's up. All right, finally, now let's shoot the free throws. You know what I mean? It is so much downtime. And I mean, good for the NBA for the commercials, I'm sure, and the revenue. But as a viewer, as a fan, it's been abysmal to do that. And it's unfortunate because I've been seeing some pretty good basketball in these playoffs. But the officials, the officiating 100% needs to change. And to get back to the original question that Legends posed on the way out, I don't know if it's all their fault because Adam Silver has the power to change this. You guys know it. I know it. We all know this. Adam Silver has the power to change it. If he doesn't like it, the way the games are being called, he has the power to change it. So really the accountability and the responsibility goes on him for having it the way it is and not changing the damn rules and not getting with the refs, because you know David Stern would have if David, every time David Stern, he's not perfect, no one's perfect, but every time something happened in the NBA that he felt was not the way he wanted to see the product, he would change it with an iron fist. Okay, so this whole like everyone is bum rushing these refs, yelling in their face, you know, cursing at them. Yeah, that's not a good look. This is an embarrassing look. David Stern would have put the hammer down within the first like couple of months of this nonsense, and it would have been out of the game for seasons now. But instead, that alien Adam Silver has no spine. He won't do a damn thing. So we're stuck with this the way it is. And yeah, guys, I think one day I think we're gonna have that moment. We're gonna have that Malice in the Palace moment, but this time it's not gonna be players versus fans. I think this time it's gonna be players versus refs. Someone is gonna lose it, and punches are gonna be thrown, and then we're gonna have to start asking the questions. What do we do now? But I'm telling you, there's a way to avoid it, and there's a way to fix it now. But you got to have a spine, and unfortunately, Adam Silver doesn't. Let's get some comments. Mind crime for commissioner, huh? I'll take the freaking job. I'll do this crap. I'll clean this crap up immediately. And if anybody has a problem with it, I don't give a damn. You know, players got a problem with it, I don't care. Owners, coaches, I don't give a damn. I'm gonna clean up this damn league one way or another. Anyways, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching, and yeah, like the vid on the way out. Hit that subscribe if you want more content like this, and most importantly, it's the be water, my friends. Peace out.